Happy New Year's Eve, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Unfortunately, the holiday season is now officially over. I'm sorry I have a little bit of dessert pastries on my face right now. I'm sorry about that. But we cleaned up most of the holiday decorations this year. And pretty much we got rid of our we pretty much are going to clean up the rest of it tomorrow morning. We might have a morning breakfast. We might and everything. Then clean up the holiday decorations, and then tomorrow we're also going to probably go to a movie. We're going to go possibly the Avengers, and we're going to go to we're going to probably go out to dinner for a night to celebrate the kickoff of our new year. But I hope you all had a great holiday season, and I'm looking forward for you guys to have a great new year. Now, you want to know my New Year's expectations? My New Year's resolutions? My New Year's resolutions is to actually, hopefully, get the funding that my parents have an East End Disabilities get me by the spring, as they possibly said they should. I'm hoping that I can get it, and so I can do things. I can hire staff, and I can go places in public, and I could also go to I could also take more classes, community classes. Probably go to Suffolk, and so on and so forth. Hopefully, go join more programs. Pay for transportation, and my membership at the gym, and everything like that. I'm hoping I can do so much of those things starting this upcoming year. Hopefully, I get the funding by the spring, like they told me. It's just about almost only a few out. Only 1, 2, 3. Only 6 more hours until 2019. And thank goodness that this year, 2018, is pretty much over for me. My God, 2018 was not that great of a year for me. It really wasn't. 2018 really sucked for me. It started off in January. Well, remember last year when I made that optimistic New Year's Day video? Unfortunately, nothing that I said I'm hoping to do in that video actually happened this past year. January and February, I was committed to a sports academy from DDI. They watered down the sports, and we don't have any games. We're stuck in that one. We're stuck in the DDI building in Smithtown. I'm glad I quit that sports academy. But you want to know something? I couldn't get along with the clients there and the staff there either. And I really couldn't get along. And my winter was just so freaking boring. There were so many things I could have been doing, so many people I could have been spending time with. If you want to name one good thing that happened to me that winter, we went to New York City for my sister's 13th birthday. And we did it so we could actually kick it off. We went to see Wicked on Broadway. And we went out to Stardust Diner for lunch. That was pretty cool. And then we came back home in the evening after sightseeing and all that stuff to have Applebee's, and then come back home. We spent the evening as a family. But that was one thing. One of the other good things is that my friend Justin joined East End Special Players, which I'm in also, and we started a whole brand new play. That's another good thing. But that was pretty much the only couple good things that happened to me from January to June. It was mostly spent in DDI. It's very boring. I did my DDI rant before. It's on YouTube. But it's just I fall asleep in the van when we actually go to the program. It's very, especially when I get the staff members that I usually don't get along with. Some of these people I'm afraid to have conversations with. Some of them I just can't. Most people just wouldn't get along. Even mostly the clients though. And I just don't like the program. I think I've spent too much time there. The winter and the spring wasn't that great. I kept ordering some movies, but that was basically it. And but along the way, which also was a pain in the ass, I really want to do things like go to college, possibly work towards my dream career of Motyka Television, Motyka City. I'm trying to get into the entertainment industry, but it's just so hard. There's so many things I want to do, so many places I want to go, people to see. I don't have a lot of friends. And you want to know something? I spent pretty much my whole summer worrying about DDI and everything. I basically was in DDI all summer. I had to do things involving DDI all day long. I did work my job. My job at Walgreens is still good, but I could probably go other places if I didn't have the scheduled to take me straight home and everything like that. And my parents, they don't usually like to be out very late, so But I really wish I could have been doing so much more in the summer. I think I wasted my whole summer at DDI. I got 1 week in the summer that actually was good. I went to a few baseball games at Long Island Ducks, and I went to like a few places with Explorers Club on Thursday. And I actually went to Splish Splash and everything, but that was basically 1 week. I did go some places like a few other times this past summer too, one or twice at least. But some of those times didn't go so well. And my birthday, but that was the third good thing that happened to me this year. The fourth and last good thing I did was I actually had my birthday in Rhode Island at my cousin's wedding, and that was fun. That was actually the last good thing I actually did that happened to me this year. I did do other things to occupy my time, such as work out in SYS in the gym. I did a couple of band jam sessions, but they weren't always available. Those classes, they weren't always on schedule. They had to cancel some of them and everything. I actually didn't get a lot of time in the gym at SYS. And here's the thing. Christmas, I didn't get much of a holiday season either. I mean, Halloween wasn't really a lot of fun this year. And Thanksgiving was okay, but it wasn't the best. I didn't get to do much this holiday season. I didn't even get to watch many holiday movies or listen to much holiday music. I'm hoping by next year I'll be able to do a lot of things during the holiday season that involves the holidays, like I usually used to do. I did go to the Parade of Lights with my friend Justin, but because they had fireworks at the event. He doesn't really like to be around during fireworks. He doesn't like fireworks in person. So he pretty much ran off on me. He kept on texting me late, telling me where he was. We lost each other, and I got angry with him about that. And we kind of argued all the rest of the evening. We did have a holiday party in Amagansett at a pizza place. that was one thing. We had Christmas carols, and we sang Christmas carols with the ukulele group. We had pizza and gave out Secret Santas and stuff like that. And Christmas was pretty good too. Christmas itself was pretty good too. I mean, I think it could have been a little bit better, but still, it was still a pretty good Christmas. It wasn't that much of a great of a holiday season because I didn't get to do much involved in the holidays this year. And there was a little bit of confrontation with some of the family activities that we do for holiday traditions when it came to like baking the Christmas cookies and stuff. But you want to know something? For the most part, 90% of the time, it wasn't really that great of a year for me. I really did not like 2018. I'm so glad that it's over, and I'm hoping 2019 has something better to offer. It really better have something to offer me. I really hope I get the funding by this spring. Because this past year was just boring. There were also several times when I actually was severely overweight, and I actually had to freaking watch what I ate. And I kept my meals small, and I didn't eat any snacks. But I have an appetite problem, but I actually have a thing with my appetite. So basically, I was 1 week in winter last year, I starved myself for a week. And I was just lonesome. There were so many things I would love to do. There were things I wish sometimes that life can be like an anime. Because I like anime. I can go on adventures, meet new people, and everything like that, make all these different friends. If only life was like an anime. That's what I thought pretty much all year. And I'm just so glad 2018 is over. My God. Do you know what's even worse? In the spring, when I actually told some of the staff at DDI, mostly in Smithtown, but I think a couple of Riverhead staff thought this way too. When I told them I wanted to do that, I didn't want to live the rest of my life at my parents' house, they said, "But that's okay." Or if you just have to live, if you end up living the rest of your life with your parents, just accept it. What a lovely. I wanted to freaking drop kick their asses to the floor. I was so freaking angry with them. You know, I'm just so glad that 2018 is over. And I'm so glad also that recently, just a couple weeks ago, I quit the sports academy. It also wasted 12 hours of my day. I bored myself while doing things I don't like in day program of DDI for 6 hours. And then I spend another 4 hours or I don't know how long. I'm not. But I have spent another 4 hours at the Smithtown. Yeah, it takes, plus not to mention, it takes an hour to get there and back. So that's pretty much 12 hours. 6 hours during the day. It's from 9 a.m. to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 hours. 6. I have to stay an extra hour on Monday. I had to stay an extra hour on Mondays. That made it 6, which made 6 hours. Then I had to take an hour ride up to Smithtown. Stay there until 7. That's 7 to 8, 9, 10 hours, and then it took me an hour to get back. Almost a whole day. And I don't even like the DDI program. I'm still going, but I actually quit the sports academy, and I replaced it with my gym membership at SYS until I could find a regular mainstream sports academy, athletic academy that most people that go to that is more competitive and can help you get far when it comes to playing sports, as well as many other things like music classes and acting classes and art classes. But I'm just so glad that 2018's over. thank goodness 2019 is almost here, and I'm hoping that 2019 is a lot better. This time I'm being more serious. I'm not going to be too optimistic like I was last year. This year I'm being more serious. But times like things like that, times like what happened like last winter and spring, it pretty much makes me always wish I can go back to my childhood when I was like doing, I had always had something to look forward to and everything. You know, yeah, really, I had more time with my parents, my family members. I had a lot more friends. I had my grandpa with me. We had a lot more money. We did a lot. I always had a schedule of things to do. I liked school back then. And it wasn't just because I was a kid. It was because things were like things were a lot easier to get for me back then. It was a lot better. I would even say it's been a lot. Things were a lot better back then. Now, but I'm gonna do this every year. But it's like add to the puzzle. But even though last year on New Year's Eve I had made an hour video of like mentioning my whole history since the day I was born. I'm not doing that anymore this year. But I'm pretty much going to be. But I'm going to rate every year. I am going to rate from now on for part of the New Year's tradition. I'm going to be rating the years from from the year I was born up until the current year. But I will tell you, during my childhood, especially from the year I was born, 1995, up until 2002 when I moved here to Southampton when I was 7, those were indeed that was the crap. That was the stuff back then. I'm hoping that I could probably make a banner of all the things that came out from 1995, from the year I was born up until like '09. Or better yet, stuff from the 1990s and the 2000s that I grew up with that I loved. But 1995 through 2002, the best years of my life. Those were the best year. It really were the best years for me. 2003, it was still a great year. I still had fun. I learned new things. I met new people. I was part of a new school district. It was still pretty good. Things changed for the better that year. For the much better, I should say. 2004 was still great. Was still a great experience. It was an awesome year, very great year for me. 2005 was an awesome year as well. 2006 was a pretty good year for me. But even though there was quite a bit of BS happening to me. Same thing with 2007. There was still a lot of BS happening, especially the death of my grandfather and everything like that. But there were still some things I was worried about that year, and there were still plenty of things that happened to me. But there was a lot of fun and good and exciting things that I was able to look forward to back then in that year as well in 2007. So 2007 was a back and forth year. Sometimes great, sometimes perfect, sometimes bad, sometimes not so good, but sometimes okay and so. It was a back and forth year, 2007. 2008 was pretty good. 2009 was okay. 2010 sucked. 2011 sucked. 2012 actually was actually a pretty exciting year, even though there was still plenty of BS happening to me. 2013 was still a decent year for me. It wasn't that great, but it was pretty good in a way. It was good in a sort of a way. 2014 was pretty good. 2015 was very good. But even with some BS happening to me, my dad's stroke, my dog dying, and things, and me getting proposed by some of my friends and stuff. And 2016 completely sucked for me. And 2017 was was a was a very good year. It was a very good, decently very good year, very good year. It wasn't the best year, but it was still pretty good. But it definitely wasn't the worst. And 2018, this year, for the most parts, really just a shitty year. But there were, like I said before, there was few things that happened to me this year. Those I still had those to treasure. You know, that's how I rate 2018. I had those few things that I actually like, but it really was a crappy year, 2018 for me. But I'm hoping 2019 will definitely be a lot better. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, big time. I'm hoping I get the funding by the spring, as they said, what was most likely to happen. But, anyways, I'm gonna stay up to watch the ball drop on the news networks. I'm gonna probably throw myself a little dance party. I'm probably going to watch. I'm probably going to We're gonna finish cleaning up the holiday decorations tomorrow morning after, probably, if we have like a breakfast or something like that. Then later we're gonna go to a movie and out to dinner. We're gonna probably see the Avengers and come back and everything like that. Hopefully, we'll see where everything takes me from there. Life takes me from there. But anyways, I'm gonna be doing my New Year's Day report also tomorrow morning. So I hope to see you guys tomorrow morning. Happy New Year 2018. I'm probably going to video record the New Year's ball drop on TV. So stay tuned for that. And thanks for watching and listening. So that is it, you guys. I'll be making those 2 new videos for at midnight, one at midnight and one tomorrow morning. And I will, and I wish you all a very happy New Year. This is Tim Motyka tuning off, and I'll see you on the wild side.